The Hamish and Andy Show podcast. Powered by Amy. Lucky you're with Amy.
Right. It's time to get down to business. With your help, Hamish and Andy are covering off on every topic in the world. And right now, there is no topic more important than
Superman.
Before you do a skerrick of work today, make sure you know all there is to know about
Superman.
When we talk business, we talk
Superman.
I'm Peter Harvey. This is Hamish and Andy's Business Brunch, and business starts now.
Good morning, everybody. Hamish and Andy's Business Brunch. It's all business like ham as we seek out to cover off every single topic in the world. Today, it's Superman. We've already gone through so many.
Yeah. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Superman. Thus went the famous catch cry of Superman, or people seeing Superman.
Which is amazing. You think that they
just look for a little bit longer.
They mistook it for a bird.
Who are these people?
And then a plane. That would have been either a really big bird
just
or
confused.
a very small plane.
It's like they've never looked in the sky before. Just wait 1 second. He's a flying man. And you also know all about him. I assume he's in the papers all the time. He works for the paper. He's going to put himself in there.
Or maybe it was, is it a close-up bird or a plane quite far away?
Doesn't matter. Both of those have a wingspan, and we all know Superman flew with 1 or 2 fists out. It's neither, you idiots. It's Superman.
Well, someone...
Should have been, is it a missile? Is it a falling, rolled-up rug?
Is it a javelin?
But not as catchy.
Hey, straight after this, though, I understand that you know of a girl that's been troubled for years by Superman.
Yeah, and it's not Lois Lane. It's a real-life girl, and her father is obsessed with Superman. We're going to find out what it's like dealing with the child of someone that has Supermania obsession disorder.
Straight after this, Hamish and Andy's Business Brunch. Business Brunch, every topic in the world we are slowly going to explore, then throw aside after a thorough exploration. Ham. Today, it's Superman.
It's sort of like the opposite of what proctologists do.
Yeah.
They explore, but they don't throw aside.
No.
They're very gentle, and you're allowed to wake up afterwards if you go under a general. So today, the rubber glove is on. We're inspecting, as it were, the Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Here's a bit of
for proctologists, you'd think.
Just maybe a thimble. We're a thimble. This is from Company Lady Frankie. She has written in saying, look, this is almost a Crazy Dad story. Crazy Dad was a topic, I believe, from week 2 of the Business Brunch. Yep. Crazy Dad's is done, but this almost classifies as a Crazy Dad story because her dad is Superman crazy.
Right.
To understand what it's like to be the daughter of a man that is obsessed with Superman, she joins us on the phone now. Frankie, first of all, welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry, second of all, on a scale of 1 to 10, where's your dad's Superman mania at?
Yeah.
An 11.
Really?
Wow, Supermania.
For sure, yeah.
Can you, well, I mean, this is new to me, but what leads you to believe that he's crazy about Superman?
Well, there was the time he's pretty much got every single comic that's ever been published.
Right.
He told me that was my inheritance.
Lucky.
I wasn't going to get money. And well, essentially, he believes that in the future, apparently, gold is going to be obsolete and Superman comics are going to be the currency because he's going to leave me every single comic that he's ever...
Which will make
there is some
heist films quite boring, I think, if the Italian job...
more interesting for the guys that aren't the driver of the getaway car because you're on the back reading the comics. swapping them with each other, trading. Oh, here's the second edition.
Charlize Theron's enjoying that one. Yeah. Were you dressed as Superman back in the day?
I was. We used to do a lot of once a year costume parties at our school, and I wanted to go as a princess like all the other girls, and my dad forced me into a Supergirl costume.
Yep.
Got all my favourite clothes, dyed them, spray painted them.
Do you have a brother at all?
I do have a brother. He too went as Superman.
So he wasn't happy with even just one Superman. He needed two superhero children.
What do you think was the lowest moment in as a child growing up with a dad who is so into Superman? What do you reckon the lowest moment for you was?
There's so many. Well, there was a time I found out he actually wanted to call me Lois, but my mother refused to, bless her soul.
Yep.
So my brother and I were supposed to be Lois and Clark. Thankfully, she put her foot down.
Does he look anything like Superman? I mean, assume he'd have to get in the costume from time to time.
Well, he did. In every single costume party we went to, he's gone as Superman or Clark Kent. And for my parents' engagement party, he actually went as Clark Kent. Wow. Even though it wasn't a costume party.
And Clark Kent's not really much of a costume. It's just a guy that works at a newspaper with glasses.
Did Superman get a mention at the wedding?
Probably. She doesn't like to talk about it. She doesn't like to talk about it.
If, say Annie and I are having a party and we invited your dad and we went, the theme is come as something beginning with B. Yeah. Could he still make that be Superman?
Oh, for sure. He'd be like the great body of Superman.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to say.
Well, look, Frankie, we
seem like you've got through it all right, Frankie. Congratulations on that.
Oh,
What
thank you.
What does your dad make of the new incarnations of Superman?
No, he doesn't like him.
Yeah,
He's a vintage man all the way.
Yeah, what did he think about back when, was it Lois and Clark with Dean...
Yeah. And
we used
Terry
to
Hatcher. Dean Guy?
No, it wasn't
Dean Kane. Did he like that or not?
Well, that was a family affair. Every night we had to sit down and watch that when it was on TV.
Oh, no. Congratulations for being normal. I'm sure you won't be in the
Thank
future.
you.
The scars will come out in some way or
They will
form.
at some point.
And I'm sure at some point or another you'll buy some fake kryptonite online and put it in his cereal one morning just to scare him. And we encourage that purchase.
Thanks very
We'll note that down. Thank you.
Cheers. It's Hamish and Andy's Business Brunch.
Bye.
More topics up at hamishandandy.com/topics.
If you don't know who Superman is, maybe you've just tuned in this morning, good morning. He's sort of like Mr. Antenna, I guess, but he deals with bigger problems than TV reception.
He certainly stole his outfit from Mr. Antenna.
Yeah, if I was Mr. Antenna, I'd be tuning my antenna into broadcasting a bit of a complaint his way for, outfit thievery. But yeah, so I don't know if he ever dealt with fixing an antenna in an episode of Superman.
No, he went up and corrected a satellite at one point, I think.
Sort of Mr. Antenna on steroids.
Yes.
Although, again, it's all natural on the old S-Man.
Yeah, people coming in at hamishandandy.com. Company man Bruce Wayne has contacted the show. Citing
Bit of a gripe.
Citing his town from Gotham City. On the topic of Superman, he wrote, "Who cares about Superman? Batman's way better."
Jeez.
Yeah.
And this is where Business Brunch can sometimes get ugly.
We're not sure whether this is the real Bruce Wayne or not. Obviously, you've got to take...
We've only got Jez the web guy. There's only a limited amount of searching and filtering he can do to track down the identity of people that email in.
Does leave an Australian phone number, suggests that Bruce is hanging out in Oz, which is good.
That's good. Well, I mean, look, sometimes when we had Man McSnigglepants email him the other day, that was the real Man McSnigglepants. So you just don't know.
Either way, Ham, I do like the idea that Bruce Wayne doesn't quite like Clark Kent. Maybe to the point that Bruce even goes out of his way when he's hanging around his mansion just to annoy Clark from time to time.
In the offices of the Daily Planet.
Morning, Clark.
Morning, Lois. So beautiful, just so hot.
What was that?
Nothing, just it's hot today, isn't it?
Oh, I guess.
Yeah, so hot. Anyway, work at the Daily Planet. Daily Planet, Clark Kent.
Oh, yes. Is this a real-life reporter?
Certainly is.
Oh, I got a scoop for you, boyo.
Oh, great.
Yeah, right.
Thank you. Just hang on, just let me grab a pen.
Yeah, good. Write it all down. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, a friend of mine, Marlon, he's worried his son's been abducted.
Jeez, when?
Oh, yeah, well, him and his friend Dory started the search about a week ago. And, it's so serious. They've travelled from the Great Barrier Reef. I can't find him anywhere.
This is terrible.
I know. The whole story seems really fishy, don't you reckon?
Okay. Is this just the plot to Finding Nemo?
You jerk! Batman rules!
Friggin' Bruce. Every day. Every single day. Just relax, Clark. Just relax. Daily Planet, Clark Kent speaking.
Batman!
Don't get angry. He wants you to get upset. Okay? Just breathe. Oh, Daily Planet. Bruce, I know it's you. Grow up, Bruce. Now, seriously, just grow up, Bruce.
Hang on.
Okay, no, I'm hanging up, Bruce.
Benny, you're in the old bat cave.
Okay.
hang on, wait.
I'm hanging up.
Wait. No, I've got a skit for you. I've got a story. Celebrity golf.
Okay.
Oh, no, damn, I pooped my bat pants.
Well, it serves you right.
No, hang on, wait.
Again? What?
Yeah, got another one out.
After all that?
Legend.
Incredible. As we systematically, tick off every single topic in the world, today, Superman.
And that's why it's time for a Business Brunch special report.
Business Brunch Special Report. Live from Hong Kong. Yes, Japan, we can hear you. It's America. Come in.
Wow. That's right, Andy.
Gee.
I've gone off and done my own special report.
Yeah.
And it's in response to company lady Claire.
Are you a correspondent now on your own
I'm more
show?
of an expert. More of a professor.
Yeah.
Professor, professional, expert, whatever you want it to be.
Sure. What does it report about?
Company lady Claire wrote in and asked this question. She said, topic for discussion, was Superman super smart or just a Superman?
I would say he wasn't
Well, I've done the special report. No, it's topic for discussion.
Well,
welcome to the special report. We cross live now to Andy, who is also part of the special report.
I would say he's not as smart as Mikey from Big Brother, because he was a
human genius.
Human genius, but I definitely think he was fairly clever.
So what IQ do you give him?
I give him... Well, he's probably under one...
Bearing in mind, what's genius, 135?
Depends what... they've got so many...
Call it
things.
135.
I reckon he's probably 130.
Sub-genius.
Just sub-genius.
Superman's sub-genius, you think?
Yeah.
So I had a little look through the history of Superman. He went to college. When he's in Smallville, he graduates college, and there's evidence of him actually dumbing himself down a bit so he can fit in a bit better.
Okay.
Possible genius candidate.
Yeah, a lot of people went to college that aren't geniuses.
Yeah, but not all of us dumbed ourselves down. I mean, I did a bit of that too, Superman. So I dumbed myself down to the point where I
feel free to turn it back up.
Dropped out. Okay, well, he works at the newspaper. He never seems to have any troubles getting his job done.
No, yeah, well, a lot of people work in newspapers that aren't geniuses.
So you got to look at some of his plans. One of the more famous ones is him flying a nuclear weapon into outer space to detonate it out there. Now, that's a good idea.
Yeah, but then to counter that, at one point he broke an ocean liner in half to protect, I think, himself or everyone from missiles, and it just spills oil through the whole ocean in one of the early episodes where we didn't care so much about oil going
That's true.
everywhere.
Silly.
Yeah.
That was silly.
That's dumb.
So, all right, there's been a bit of toing and froing. Is really where my special report ended up was it comes down to glasses for me.
Okay.
Everything hinges on the glasses, and people fall into two camps. Is he smart because he wears glasses and everyone likes a guy in glasses and tends to think they're a little bit smarter? Or is he an idiot because he thinks glasses are an adequate disguise to change him from Clark Kent from Superman to Clark Kent just by adding glasses?
Or he's going with that kind of hipster thing at the moment where people are just wearing... Because it's obviously non-prescription glasses. Because he
doesn't care. He's got X-ray vision. He can just choose to see past the glass. You could have the thickest lenses in there and he wouldn't care because he just X-rays through it.
Thick lead lenses.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, because lead... You can't penetrate lead with X-rays.
Can you? But
No,
he's
that's why
X-ray vision?
Yeah, maybe that's the lead. If he had lead glasses, he would. That's the only blindfold you could put on Superman.
But is his X-ray vision, like, I know, is it strict to X-ray? Because I've seen him look through many things that seem very leady.
Well, look, unfortunately, when you get into your dense metals, leads, golds, those are the things that tend to stop X-rays.
Yeah.
And, that's why you wear the little lead apron when you do an X-ray, so you don't accidentally do the bit.
That. Yeah. I didn't realise that his X-ray was
Well, I mean, he's
strict.
calling it. I don't know if it's a brand name or if he's actually using the particle radiation that is X-rays.
That's an interesting thought.
I think it's... I mean...
Because when you see him using X-ray, it doesn't look like just a blob, like an ultrasound-y type thing.
It's more penetrating vision.
Yeah.
But really, if he could X-ray through everything, he'd see through everything. You wouldn't see anything. So he kind of picks where the focal length is. If he goes, I want to see through that wall, but not the next wall, then I just turn it back a bit. Just pull it back so I can see the contents of the next room.
Yeah.
I think
Which I think if
largely fictional.
But if he can do that,
Yep.
that requires smarts.
That's a genius. Genius. Well done, Superman. We've decided, even though your costume is dumb and the glasses aren't a good disguise, we've actually just given you super smarts based on the thing you were born with. But that is genius. That's true genius. End of special report. The verdict is...
Genius!
I had two prepared. Do you want to hear the other one?
Yeah.
Idiot!
Idiot! So there you go.
Predictable. It's Hamish and Andy's Business Brunch. Today, the topic is Superman. We've done it for the whole hour because that's what we do on the Business Brunch. One topic per day until all topics are covered off. Time for Fast Biz. Oh, the only way to get into this show is going to hamishandandy.com/topics. Thank you for your correspondence.
And you might find yourself in Fast Biz, which means you're part of the top 3 emails and pieces of correspondence.
Number 3.
Comes in from company lady Superkid.
Oh, company person.
From the ages of 2 to 5, I was Superkid. I permanently wore a Superman costume. She's a girl.
Yep.
Legit, never took it off, except for baths, of course. Wore at friends' parties, supermarkets, the beach, whatever you like.
Supermarkets you would have loved.
I just...
Not just a market. We go to the market. You know, I only do supermarkets.
And until she kind of got over it, age 6, she said, I did have a superpower, though.
Yeah.
And it wasn't flying X-ray on the big ones. A giant forehead. See photo attached.
Let's have a look at this forehead. I'll be the judge of this. Having a look now. Whoa.
Yeah.
Lovely kid. Lovely kid.
Number 2.
Woo. Company lady Sheila has written in saying, Superman, bit sexist. What about Superwoman?
Well, we've covered off today that there was Supergirl.
Tried to cover it off, but the thing is, there was no Superwoman. This is the point I want to make. You can't make apologies for that. That just happens to be Superman. That was the name of the superhero.
We don't cry
Wonder
about,
Man.
Yeah,
Where's Wonder Man? Oh, I don't know. There's no Wonder Man. Yeah. Just saying. I mean, sometimes, it's a 50-50 with sex sometimes. Yeah. It's going to fall on one side of the fence. If there is only one of them, it's going to be one of the genders, right?
Catman.
He's
so
pervert. What a sicko. Get out of here, Catman. I'm reporting you to the cops.
Number 1.
This has come in from company man Brendan Perez Compton.
Cool.
And it's his real name. He says, if I was Superman, I just fly people places half the price of your average airline.
Right.
And make a fortune.
Terrifying for the customers. Absolutely. I don't know if you do a family trip, but I understand the bargain aspect. He can also fly much faster than a plane if he's going as fast as a speeding bullet.
Well, I'm just thinking his price point's too small. I mean, Jetstar and Virgin.
Here's the thing.
They're safety flights for sometimes as low as $50.
Yeah, so $25 sort of Adelaide, Brisbane. That's cheap. First of all, even though you would be absolutely terrified.
Yeah.
He's only holding you by his arm, and I know that's a super arm.
Yeah.
But you don't have there's no belt, there's no safety. No. Don't worry about the in-flight video.
I actually thought maybe he would have more of he'd tie on a kind of a sack or a...
Hey, mate, he's got money. Yeah. I mean, he's Superman. He's not just putting you in a Hessian sack.
Well, okay, some kind of...
They just grab you by the jumper. He doesn't tell you when you're flying. He kicks in the door and grabs you around the neck and takes off.
No, it's similar to how some dads...
You're thinking of a Joey in a pouch.
Walk along and they've got contraptions that
Baby Bjorn.
But like not the front, but the back.
Yeah, great.
And I would think that if he lay down flat, you could probably have 4 people riding him like a horse if they were... tighten up.
That's a terrible way to do it. Then you're hanging on, not him. Yeah. I want him holding
like
me.
A roller coaster. No. Just like a roller coaster.
No. Roller coasters hold on to you. You don't hold on to them.
Well,
no.
Okay,
he has to hold me. He has to hold me. I would want to get in his suit. I want my arms and legs up in his suit, so it's very tight on the both of us, but I know I'm not falling out.
If the back contraption had like a roller coaster-like thing, so you sat on it, he's lying down flat, locks on, you still hold on, and then you go. And then he has to kind of belly whack it.
He doesn't care. He's a man of steel. So you see him taking off and landing at airports. Why does he?
Well, no.
I mean, he doesn't have to belly whack it.
Well, he does.
He just can float down like a hovercraft.
But if he comes in and lands on his belly.
He would hover.
He
can do whatever he wants.
I suppose he could.
Superman can hover. There's no aerodynamics involved. Not a plane. He doesn't have to go fast to fly. Anyway, you're right, though. I think on one hand, you've got a celebrity flying you around. But it's very unsafe.
half price.
But on the other hand, it's half price, and he's faster than a speeding bullet, so it's faster than the speed of sound.
Yeah, I would go definitely.
I'd do it for the story.
Yeah, I'd definitely pay a bit more than
What about
$25.
luggage, though? What do you do that? Does he hold it?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
You loop it on his arms until we've got time.
Imagine if a nuclear attack was happening midway through one of him doing one of his $25 joy flights. Where does his responsibility lie? To saving the planet?
It's in the small print. It's like you could.
If an emergency happens on the way, Superman will put you down safely, and he'll just get rid of the missile, and then you'll resume your flight.
That music behind us says we've got to stop talking about this Ham.
I just think there's so many things before we can invest in this company.
Like fighting Superman.
There's just so many, and then the aviation board's going to want a real look at this.
Thank you very much for being with us, everybody. HamishNetty.com/topics. To add to anything coming up, head there now. The podcast is always there at HamishNetty.com. It's a pleasure doing business with you.
Adjourned.
That was the Hamish and Andy Show podcast, powered by Amy. Lucky you're with Amy.